Welcome viewers to another fabulous episode of Unapologetically Free. Now today I am going to talk about why urges are great for you. Now first up, I received a question from yesterday that goes, how do you beat an urge so strong that if you go outside you still have the urge? Now, especially if you are still young in your 20s or in your 30s, urges will be frequent. In fact, heck, I would assume that even up to your 40s, 50s, or even 60s, that urges will still exist. Now, in one of my previous videos, I recommended going for a sprint followed by a good shower whenever you experience urges. The idea behind it is simple. Get the hell away from the source of temptation. That is probably your laptop and your computer. Get outside and then clear your head through running and really wearing yourself physically down. And then you will be able to come back with a clearer sense of mind. Now, while it may not necessarily remove the urge, it will clear your head and change your emotional state. Now, why it's so important to change your emotional state is because in my own experience, I would seldom fall prey to pornography and fapping when I am feeling good. It is often for me, when I watch pornography, a pick me up. When I feel down or bored or anxious or inadequate, those are the times that I would actually resort to fapping. And this is the reason why changing your physiology through going for a jog is so effective to keep yourself at bay. Not so much that it reduces the urges, it may, but rather that it changes your emotional state. When the dopamine starts coming in from the jog, you feel good, and then there is no longer the need to fill your brain with the dopamine that comes from pornography. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is actually urges are good for you. Now, there exists a stage of nofap called the flat line, and I tell you, it usually is around day 40 onwards, where there is absolutely no activity down there for you as a man. Things are just very flat, very calm. You don't feel any urges. And experiencing both periods of strong urges and this period of flatline, I can very safely vouch that urges are in fact awesome and good and part of a healthy sexual libido. Now, urges are a part and parcel of healthy male libido and can in fact be energizing and will in fact propel you to take action. Now, this is what they call sex transmutation, where you take the energy that you gain from your abstinence to take action, because this will build up in you as a man seeking release, and you release it in the form of doing, taking action after action after action. It could be a sprint, it could be a shower, but no matter what it is, when you are in this place of feeling strong urges, just take action. Feel the energy from the urge and use that energy to dream of what could be in your life and move towards it. Don't erroneously assume that urges are bad for you. They are not. There are times where I personally experience strong urges, and this period of time, it also comes in the form of greater boldness when I'm with people. So this sense of strong urge propels me to take bolder action. Now, there are two main types of urges. Let me break it down for you. The first type is what I call an anxious urge. It occurs during the earlier weeks of NoFap, where you feel unnaturally strong urges, but they are not really that intense as it is fidgety. This is the point in time where your brain is still healing, so you do feel anxious, you do feel fidgety, and yet you crave a relapse. Now at this stage, honest, it really does suck, but luckily it occurs in the first few weeks of NoFap, and with your willpower and with your decision to commit, you will be able to press on through these few weeks. Then there comes the second type of urge, which is what I call the confident urge. Basically, when you have progressed far into NoFap, you will still experience urges because you have a healthy male libido. But at this time, because your brain has experienced healing, it will become more manageable. In fact, because your brain has healed or is in the progress of healing, this stability and energy from the urge will not result in anxiousness, but rather gives you a sense of calmness and is therefore a welcome guest. So when these urges come in the later stage of NoFap, don't fight it, but rather transmute it and use it to achieve what you want in your life. Now I hope you like this video. If you do, like it, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you again.